What's up, YouTube? I know it's been a while since your girl been on, but I have been super duper busy with my company, and you know how that is. My grandboys, spending time with my family. But I'm so happy to be on here. I just want to say thank you so much to all my subscribers. Thank you so much to my new subscribers. My numbers are going up. So, I'm just going to talk about that Dahmer movie. Oh my God. Like, I knew that dude was crazy, but that is freaking insane. I think I'm on like episode number 5 maybe. But in my opinion, his dad did play a big role into him being the way he is, but I think it was already in him. And the reason I say that is because if y'all watch the first episode, first or second, remember when he went and got those tadpoles for his teacher, right? And the little boy in the classroom stayed around because he wanted them. And he got so mad when he saw that little boy with them because he had given them to the teacher. So he goes and follows this little boy home. Like, what kid does that? Like, you could tell right then that his mind was not of a normal kid. Because I'm assuming that he had to be from the age of 7 to 9 during that time. He follows this boy home and goes in his house and takes the tadpoles. But if you notice what he did, he went and poured motor oil in the tadpoles. So that is literally the first thing that he killed. I thought when I saw him at the water that he was gonna let him go. But no, he poured motor oil in there to kill them. And then what added fuel to the fire was his dad. When they found that raccoon or possum or whatever under the house, and his dad was just telling him, you know, about if you hit something in the skull, but you got to hit it hard. And then his dad literally riding with him, going up and down the road to find roadkill and bring it back home and basically dissect it. Like, how freaking sick is that? I do not get it. His dad helped create a monster. And then when he's lived with his grandma kind of like was suspicious of things. Now, I don't know if she actually like knew, but she knew that he was, she knew what his sexual preference was. I'm going to say it like that because I don't want to offend anybody on here, because I don't care what nobody's sexual preference is. That's their business. But I think his grandma knew that when she found that mannequin in his bed. And because she was a Christian lady, she really wasn't having that in her house. That's why she threw it away. But you see how mad he got at her? I would have put his behind O-U-T. He would have been out of my house that day. And I don't understand why the dad put him off on the grandma instead of letting him come live with him and his stepmom. Like, make that make sense. And then you could tell, like, the grandma was kind of, after the way he was talking to her, his voice was all raised and he was yelling. You could tell the grandma was kind of scared of him then, but she wasn't afraid enough to not say anything. Like when he brought the black guy back there and had drugged him, and the grandma sat down there with him and made sure they put him on the bus. And then when she saw him out the window when the Hispanic guy had escaped, like, she knew something was going on. And then he was telling her he was a taxidermy. That's where the smell was coming from. Excuse me. But she never went in the basement because he said that she didn't like to go down the stairs to the wine cellar. So that's what gave him a lot of freedom. But then when his dad goes there, after he find out, I guess the grandma had called or whatever, and the dad goes there and have him to go down there and unlock the room and all this crap right here. The dad still didn't do anything. And did you see how many times that the police had been called on him? And then when he went to trial for the first time, after the Hispanic guy, the family had pressed charges on him or whatever, and the judge gave him a light sentence. Are you kidding me? Like, they are doing the most. That dude could have been in jail. And then in the beginning, when when he had his apartment, and the lady that was the neighbor, right, said she had been calling the police. And remember that 14-year-old boy that he saw at the store and bought him that wine? And then, I'm sorry about the glare. I'm on my way to work, so it's the sun. But anyway, and the police came and then had the nerve to let that boy go back up in the room with him because he said that was his boyfriend. And the lady just kept saying that it was not an adult, it was a child. And they still let him take him back up in that room to be murdered. Like, how stupid do you think the Milwaukee, Wisconsin Police Department looked back during that time when all this stuff came out in the opening? That is some crazy stuff. The movie is very interesting because, you know, even though we know about Jeffrey Dahmer, we didn't know, like, how all this came about, right? How he became to be a serial killer. And then you notice that he only liked the dark or darker skin tone guys, right? And ain't that crazy? He said that the meat tastes sweeter. But you know, they say the blacker the berry, the sweeter the juice. This is some crazy stuff. Like, the police had plenty of opportunities to lock this young man up. Or shall I say, this monster. And they still didn't. They did not. They didn't do nothing. They would just let him out. And I don't even know where he was getting those drugs from that he was drugging them with. Like, I'm still, like, confused on, like, because they never said when they told the black guy when he woke up in the hospital that something about drugs, and he said he didn't do drugs. And they said that he was drugged, and he said that guy had put something in his coffee or whatever. They never revealed, like, what type of drug it was. And the police department didn't want to do anything about it anyway. They went over there, but you notice they half look around, even at the end when it all came out at the apartment complex. And that one black guy he had got from the club had escaped and had went and got the police and brought him back there. The police didn't even want to go in his apartment because of his sexual preference. Did you not hear them? They asked him, was it anything, the word that they used, in the air? And he said no. And when they got done half looking around, they said that they had to go take a shower. A shower. Can you believe that? This movie is interesting. It's horrible. Sickening. I cannot believe it. I see why his mom left and took the other boy with her, because she said that him and his daddy both were sick for his daddy allowing him to get dead animals or riding him around and find, as we call it, roadkill, and taking it back home and letting him dissect it. I mean, what would you think that would do to a child of his age at such a young age? Like, especially if he was already had some type of chemical imbalance or whatever, then he just kind of like opened up another part of him that hadn't fully developed. So yeah, his dad basically helped develop what was already in him. In the comments below, y'all, please let me know if y'all been watching it and what are y'all thoughts on it. I'm gonna try to start doing more videos because your girl about to get monetized. And I'm gonna get this little change. Sure am. But another reason I really haven't been on here is because I am monetized on Facebook Reels. And even though the Reels are anywhere from 3 seconds to 60 seconds, baby, you have got to upload at least 5 to 10 every day. And with me working all the time, it's hard for me to come up with content. That's why a lot of times you see me posting something that has to do with cooking, because I don't care how many hours I done worked or whatever, I still have to cook. So it's just easier for me to make a video on that. But I try to make videos on different type of food I cook instead of just the same old thing that everybody's cooking at their house, to kind of make it interesting so I can at least get some views or whatever. I was trying to make this video 30 minutes long, but it ain't gonna happen. It is not gonna happen. Because first of all, I'm driving and I have to pay attention to the road. I guess when I start getting monetized and I'm able to, you know, buy me like a little stand for my car. I have a tripod at home, but it's just a little cheap one just to get me by, you know, and then I can get me a ring light and then make my videos a little more, the appearance a little more better. But I'm gonna go ahead and tell you right now, I got my hair done. I want to say I got a retwist Friday. This is a style that I did. This is like the third style I done had, which this is not how the lady styled it. I wore that one for some hours. I was feeling it, but then I wasn't feeling it, so I redid it another way. And then I wore that the rest of Friday and yesterday. And then today when I got up, I had to do a job in Birmingham, Alabama, because most of y'all know I live in Alabama. And I was just messing around, and I was like, because my hair has gotten really long. And for some reason, like because it's hot outside, I cannot stand for my hair to be on my neck. So I just start just swooping it around all kind of ways. I wish I could show y'all the back of it, and came up with this little cute updo style. I like it. The front of it was kind of like back some kind of way earlier, but for the sake of work I just took it down because my face ain't oily, but bruh, my forehead is shining, and you can see like my T-line is shining, but it's not oil on my face or anything. I don't really have anything on my face. So, but yeah, thank y'all so much for subscribing to my channel. Don't come on here thinking whenever, because I'm going to have to start getting my watch hours, because I have my subscribers probably before I have my 4,000 watch hours. So I'm going to start going live a lot. Don't think I'm going to be one of these people on here that's going to be made up and go put on this outfit or put on makeup and do my hair and all this. Hey, because I'm not. I live in the real world. I don't wear makeup. I wear it every blue moon. I'm not fixing to go and put on no fake persona just for no YouTube video. Hey, I'm gonna keep it real. This is what you get. I'm not looking my best, but I'm not looking my worst either. So most time you see me, I am gonna be looking my worst, because guess what? Your girl trying to make some money, and I have a whole business to run, and I don't have time to be worried about my appearance when I'm going out there providing services to a residential client or a commercial client. My job is to go out there and clean a facility or the home with a quality cleaning, and then go on about my business. And a lot of times I work like 14, 15 hours out of the day. Probably more than that, like seriously. But I did just want to come on here and just drop in and see you all and just say I love you guys, and I'm so grateful for my subscribers. I really appreciate my new subscribers. I've been over there since I've been missing off here outside of working in my YouTube reels. I've been trying to support other channels that I know gonna support your girl back. I do want to give a shout out to Miss Yolanda Aquarius and Ask Granny, because they have always shouted out mine and Pierre's channel. So I am grateful for them. But the rest of them, oh my God, they ain't studying nobody but they self. You got to be clicked up in they click, being messy. I ain't on here to be messy. I'm not going to be messy. So if anybody wants to talk about anything that's going on in these YouTube streets, that would not be me. You might as well say that till you go to one of them reaction channels or messy channels and discuss that. We can discuss real life things. I can show you things that we're doing as a family, or just talk. Let's just talk about what's going on in the world, because you know we still in what they call a recession, and inflation is up, and I know it's affecting everybody's pocket, because especially at the pump in the freaking grocery store, we use premium gas, period. It don't matter if we driving a truck or this 2010 Dodge Charger, we still put premium gas in our vehicles. And so I'm not getting a break on the gas thing. But yeah, I hope you guys like this video. It was with pleasure to come and be before you today. And I look forward to doing more videos. So I'm going to have to start being more consistent. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Until next time.